Hello, good evening, everyone, and to anyone who's connecting from other part of the world, good morning, good afternoon. I am Utkarsh, your Sergeant at Arms for today, and welcome to meeting number 359 of Turning Point Toastmasters. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. You're now inside the code of conduct of a Toastmasters meeting. Please be advised that this meeting is being recorded and that it may not be possible to pause the recording. The following are the meeting rules. Firstly, for the audiences, please be advised that any behavior that disturbs the flow of the meeting will result in removal from the meeting room without any warning. Please ensure that your noise-making devices are either switched off or on silent mode. Please speak responsibly on religion, sex, and politics in your speeches. As far as possible, please keep your videos on, audio off, and applause flowing throughout. Be the kind of audience for others you would like to have for yourself. For the role players, Toastmaster of the Day, Table Topic Master, and GE, the General Evaluator, the heavy role players, please ensure a smart audio-video check before handing it over to the respective role players. The role players, please rename yourself as role player, then your name, and of course, your club name. I mean, you can, of course, omit the club name if you are a member of the Turning Point Toastmasters itself. Please acquaint yourself with the role of the timer. The timer will use the background change or screen sharing to indicate time using one of the three cards. Green means that you have reached the minimum qualifying time. Yellow indicates that it is a good time to start concluding. And red specifies that you have 30 seconds more or you will be disqualified. Individual session timings will be explained in due time. And finally, few general rules for the Zoom meeting. We encourage you to use the Zoom emoticons generously to encourage role players. We sincerely request you not to send chat messages to everyone or the speaker on stage. In fact, refrain from chatting altogether and focus on the speaker. Reiterating, please stay on mute until specifically requested to unmute. Polls will be launched after each section and they will be closed after 30 seconds. Now it's my absolute privilege to invite and welcome the presiding officer for today, Toastmaster Srishti Mehrotra. Well, what can I say? She's an epitome of growth and creativity, and she inspires me every single day with her extracurricular activities, be it pottery, be it anything, be it her writing skills. I am supremely inspired by her. And ladies and gentlemen, she is a senior UX designer by profession. And for now, let's welcome her with a huge round of applause as she takes the stage as our presiding officer for today. Can we have a huge round of applause for her? Toastmaster Srishti, can we have a quick audio video check?
Yes, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are
Wave
audible
to me if you can see me.
You are spotlighted as well.
All right.
To you.
So, hi everyone, I am Srishti, I am your presiding officer, and thank you so much, Toastmaster Utkarsh, for your very, very unfailingly kind words towards me. Thank you so much. And so today, looking at our guests, our participant list today, I see that we do have some guests and we have some new members, or like people we've not seen in our club before as well. So some of our guests are one of our speakers, who is Toastmaster Asmita. Toastmaster Asmita, can we have your video and audio on? Can we have a quick chat with you? Are you there? Okay, Toastmaster Asmita, I can see you, but I cannot hear you.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I'm at a new place today, so there's a little bit of difficulty in setting up this scenario. Hello, I'm Toastmaster Asmita from Viratnagar, Nepal. Have you had people from Nepal in your meetings before?
We have.
You have. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you heard about Viratnagar?
I have, but I've never been there.
Yeah,
So
it's
maybe you
not.
should tell us a little bit.
It's an industrial state in the border of Bihar. So we're just 7 kilometers from Bihar here, and it's a nice place to be in. It's extremely hot, extremely humid, but it's a city, an educational hub for Nepal.
Nice. So what do you do um outside of Toastmasters?
I am a chartered accountant. I practice here.
Nice. Nice. And thank you so much, Toastmaster Asmita. We are looking forward to have listening to your speech later today.
Thank you for having me.
And we also see some other people. We have Sugandh Mittal, who's with us today.
Yes, this is my first time joining this club, and I'm excited to know how these clubs work and kinds of meeting new people.
Okay, so are you part of any other Toastmasters club, or is have you attended any other Toastmasters clubs?
No. It's my first time experience today only.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking for.
Yes, so we're very happy to have you here, Sugandh, and hopefully you will be Toastmaster Sugandh as well. So
Thank you
I'll
so
also,
much.
yes, so I hope you enjoy the meeting today, and we'll reconnect with you at the end to ask you how your experience was.
Definitely.
Okay, we also have another guest here who is Naman Khandelwal. Just quick request from everyone, can you turn your videos on? It's very, very boring to talk to gray squares with names on them.
Hello, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Uh, Hello everyone. It's good to be back, and I thought to like I can have another experience with the Toastmasters, and uh, and I enjoyed it earlier also, and I would like to give a quick intro. My name is Naman, and I am an architect, like studying architecture in Delhi, and I belong from Agra. Thank you.
Okay, are you friends with
So
Utkarsh by any chance?
yes, like he's a friend. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So you already know and you've been here before.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, so when are you turning to Toastmaster, Naman?
I would be turning to a Toastmaster soon, like once I get the full time for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, so we'll also speak to you at the end to see if you're
sure.
a convert or not. And
Thank you.
okay, so we also have Money Jen joining us, and thank you for turning your video on without me prompting. Can you just quickly introduce yourself?
Hello, all. I am Mani, and this is my second meeting. I watched the previous session and I was drooling throughout the session, throughout the recording. And I really want to try that Tyotboki, although it sounds like some kind of martial arts, but it's interesting. And I hope everyone is keeping themselves refreshed with some good shikanji, mango shake, whichever is your favorite drink, and fighting the summer heat. And I'm looking forward for today's session.
Nice. And last but not the least, we also have Manoj joining us today. Manoj, can you quickly introduce yourself as well?
Hi, everybody. I got the link from Saurabh. We keep on meeting often in this on screen, and today he shared this link to join this meeting. So I am here. I'm part of Chalk and Duster. It is again an online club. So been in Toastmaster for last 6-7 years and enjoying the journey.
Sorry, please excuse me. We are very glad to have you, Toastmaster Manoj. And I think that covers all of us. We do have another guest who I don't consider a guest, which is Toastmaster Animesh. We're going to skip over your intro today because I think you've been introduced in this club too many times already. And now I would like to introduce someone who is actually is farther from us than Toastmaster Asmita is from India. Okay. So that is our Toastmaster of the day today, who is Toastmaster Priyesh. He's currently studying at Duke University School of Business for his master's degree. And before that, he had 3 to 4 years of experience in consulting products and portfolio management before he went away to complete his studies. And other than studying, he liked fitness. He's an enthusiast of fitness. And the reason he is with us today in Toastmasters is to learn public speaking and get rid of his stage fear. So that's about our Toastmaster of the day, who is going to speak to us about being away from home. Toastmaster Priyesh, can we have a quick video and audio check?
I am audible.
Yes, you are audible and visible. So over to you, Toastmaster Priyesh.
Thanks, Srishti. Thanks a lot for the wonderful introduction. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests. I'm thrilled to be your Toastmaster of the day for this very special theme to me, that is far from home. Whether you have ventured far from hometown or lived abroad, I want to explore with you the thrills and challenges of being away from home, being away from what we love and know. And to be honest, being away from home has always filled me with mixed emotions. It also gave me excitement, independence, but also a touch of loneliness. Nevertheless, it has always been a great, grand adventure for me. To start with my story, I have lived away from home by around 10 years. I started the first time it was when I went to Kota for my preparation of exams. And the experience was like I had good food at home, and suddenly I'm living in hostel all alone. And the food is the worst of the kind that you can get on the surface of the planet. If anyone has ever been to Kota, they will know how bad the food is. Like even if you have watched Kota Factory, that's more or less the true thing. And you are so cut off from the society that you even forget the festivals or any events that are around. So that's so separate. After Kota, I was fortunate enough to get into a good college, went to Varanasi. Being Varanasi is also known as the cultural capital of India, so it's an amazing place where I got to study 4 years of my BTech, and I've made some wonderful friends, traveled new places in India. I traveled to Rishikesh, Ahmedabad, did all my internships. That was also the first time I traveled to out of India, that is Singapore, for my internships. So being there gave me a lot of opportunities. After the story continued with me working in the corporate after graduating, and that's like would be the same for for everyone. You work in corporate, stay for I've been in corporate for 4 or 5 years, as Srishti has already told you, until I came for my master's here in US. Now India was still okay for me, as you can eat the food that you like still a good taste of, but US was completely different. Uh, in US you can't easily get just by going out in the market, out in the streets. You have to go to a supermart, which could be like 3 4 kilometers away from your place. The prices of food is like insane, and then also you have to manage all of this on a student budget, and you have to manage this like very judiciously. So in US the culture was also really shocked, because I was born and brought up in a very conservative family. So like the open culture was very different to me, and I got to learn this new perspective that you see in US. Fortunately enough, I also got really good roommates who helped me adjust to this new place. And if you have good friends, you really manage well with all the chaos that life throws at you. So with this all with this story that I have, I would like to invite someone else who would like to speak about their adventures of moving away from home. Anyone? Okay, Shrishti, please go ahead.
I think my experience of moving away from home has been for a shorter period of time and entirely opposite from yours. So my parents are very strict, and I come from also like a conservative family, and I am, not really that. So I lived away for my master's. I went to Gujarat to study, and I was staying in a hostel. And it was in a city where, outside the hostel, there were no restaurants. So the first restaurant in that city opened up when I was in my second year. So you can imagine that I was entirely dependent on hostel food, but our mess caterers were amazing. Everyone else goes to hostel and loses weight because they hate the food. Everybody in my class gained 10 kilos because they love hostel food. Okay, we have like our hostel in charge is called Gajju Bhai. And if you had a stomach problem, or if you got bored or something, you went to Gajju Bhai and said, I don't like this food. Can you make me like curd rice or something else? And Gajju Bhai would make it for you. And I decided on a cadence with my family also. My mom used to call me on the last Saturday of every month. And so in about, I think, 2 years' time, I spoke to her maybe like 17, 18 times maximum. And it was amazing. And I would go for trips. And because my parents didn't allow for me to go to trips earlier, I used to go on the trip, spend like 2, 3 days there, and then send a photo of like the beach or something to my mom saying, guess where I am? And then she would say, I don't know, where are you? Something. And then because I would think that they would always say, no, you can't travel, or, you can't go out alone and travel. So I would just send them that photo, because the maximum they can say then is, why are you here? Why are you traveling? Go back to college. So then it would anyway be on the last day. So I would go back home. So I really, really enjoyed living away from home, because at home I have to answer all the things and I get a lot of permission. And, but when I was staying away, so I always aspired to like live in my own house, and like live away from my family members.
That's great, Shrishti. The same goes for me also. Like the first step without telling my family was in my college, because they will never let me go out alone or somewhere like that. So went out with friends. Amazing experience. Thanks for sharing. So moving on, I'll now quickly brief you with the outline of today's meeting structure. We have a lot in store for you. This meeting is divided into 3 sections. We start with 2 prepared speakers who are evaluated by 2 respective speech evaluators. We then move forward to the fun part and equally intimidating part, which is the impromptu speaking section in the Toastmasters, that is table topics. Here, guests and members are also invited on stage, given a topic, and asked to speak for a minute or 2. Finally, we go through the evaluation section, which where everyone, including me, gets evaluated. The evaluation section is headed by the general evaluator, who today is Toastmaster Priyanka. Toastmaster Priyanka has been a part of Toastmasters for 6 years. She is working as an earthquake model developer with Aeon. She likes playing violin, traveling, and public speaking. Staying away from home has taught her independence and taking responsibility in life. So I invite Toastmaster Priyanka to introduce herself.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
Oh, you are not? Who said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I said yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, students, you know the drill. When I'm your principal. So the principal comes to the classroom. What do you do?
Stand up.
And
Good evening, ma'am. Good
no,
evening.
not good evening, ma'am. It should be like good evening, madam. I want that chorus immediately. Unmute yourself, everyone. Otherwise,
Good evening, ma'am.
You can do better. Again, I'll ask you after the table topics. Fine. So, my dear students, attention and listen carefully. Can you see the bent on this stick? Yeah, I didn't get bent just like that. Thank God you're virtually sitting in this room. Yeah, you're so thankful. So what exactly I'm here for today? I'm going to evaluate each one of you. Yeah, don't go with my nice smile. I'm going to evaluate very minutely, very detailed, and for that I have 5 teachers today. The first 2 teachers I have Toastmaster Utkarsh and Toastmaster Shrishti. Both are champs. They are speech experts. They will be evaluating our 2 speakers today. Coming to our punctuality teacher. The punctuality teacher, I have appointed the new teacher. Recently, she has joined our school or club, whatever you say. But she's running late. I'll look into it. But for that, Utkarsh will be fill in for her. And Utkarsh, could you help us for the role of Toastmaster Sanjida? What she'll be doing today as a timer?
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. So good to connect with you. I will quickly explain my role if you give me permission. Should I go ahead, ma'am?
Sure.
Thank you so much. I'm filling in for Toastmaster Sanjida. If she joins, she'll take over. As a timer, what my responsibility is to time everyone. Brevity forms the very core element of any public speaker, and I'll make sure that you remain within your time zones, within your time limits. So in a prepared speaker, generally the timings are between 5 to 7 minutes, but we have speaker number 1, who is Toastmaster Shaurya, who is completing a mega project of 10 to 12 minutes. So for Toastmaster Shaurya, I'll show a green card at 10 minutes, a yellow card at 11 minutes, and a red card at 12 minutes. And for Toastmaster Asmita, it's the usual 5, 6, 7 minutes. For table topics, I'll show a green card at 1 minute, a yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and a red card at 2 minutes. And the red card will stay up till you stop speaking. And you will be disqualified if you go over 2 minutes, 30 seconds. For the speech evaluators, I'll show a green card at 2 minutes, a yellow card at 2 minutes, 30 seconds, and a red card at 3 minutes. And you will be disqualified if you go over 3 minutes, 30 seconds. That's all for my timer duties. I will share the screen when I show my cards. I'll show you right away. So this is the green card. Give me a nod if it's visible.
Yes.
It is. Perfect. And let me just try the other cards. All right, I have to unshare for that. I'll show the rest of the other cards, yellow and red. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
What? I'm not general evaluator. I'm principal.
Principal Madam. I apologize.
Good. So, quick question answer. Mani, tell me, what are timing for table topics? What is the timing for table topics? What did you understand?
For 1 minute, Toastmaster evaluator Utkarsh, timer Utkarsh will show green card. For 1.5 minute, yellow card, and for 2 minutes, red card.
Good. And you have 30 seconds of grace period. You can wrap up your speech. Good going, class. Good. Next teacher, I have hired from Google. Yeah. What do you think? I have such low class school? No. So the teacher from Google is going to talk about the arms and so how about Toastmaster Anshuman, you talk about it quickly, 30 seconds.
Ma'am, I thought I was the class monitor. You have given your role to me to roll. I've forgotten what I had to say, but let me try and recollect. Yes, ma'am, I have to be the counter. So as an counter, I will be doing something. Yes, I recall it, ma'am. I will be noting down the crutch words and the filler words of all the participants today. And I'll be collating them, sharing as a report for us to learn that we use pauses and filler words at times, which are not good to hear. They deplete the power of our words and sentences. Thus, it can be good to reflect and learn from them through under your able guidance, ma'am. Thank you. I look forward to sharing my report at the end of the meeting. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. I think you're doing a good job. Let's see how do you perform later. Now, coming to the next teacher, we have the marketing head of our club. Yeah. My God, the posters he prepares. Mind blowing. So the marketing head will be taking care of the grammar today. He's a grammar teacher today. So Toastmaster Rohan, please explain us what is your role quickly and also the word of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priyanka or Madam Priyanka. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I will be your grammarian for today. My name is Rohan. I will keep a tab on good usages and so-called bad usages of the words. When it comes to grammars and pronunciation, I will be checking it out to you in your speeches. For now, it's time for word of the day. For the today's meeting, word of the day is reminisce. Reminisce means to talk about pleasant things that has happened in past. Usages for it is like grandpa likes to reminisce about his years in Navy. I will be sharing word of the day in our chat box. I would encourage you all to use word of the day today in our today's meeting. Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rohan, our grammar teacher. So now we can begin the meeting and I'll hand over. But before that, I'll welcome Jaspreet. She has just recently joined and opened her video. Thank you very much. And for that, I have something for you, Jaspreet. In case Sanjida doesn't join us quickly, could you handle the timer role, please?
Absolutely, madam.
Okay, please be ready for your with the timer cards by the time the speaker one starts. All right, Utkarsh, you can hand over to Jaspreet. All good. So I'm handing over the Toastmaster day. Toastmaster Priyesh.
Thanks a lot, Priyanka ma'am. It was a nice introduction of your team. So now we move on to the prepared speech section. And the first speaker of today is Toastmaster Shore. Toastmaster Shore is an architect and green building professional currently employed in the United Nations STSM. Reflecting on his experience of residing away from home, he said that he had a work assignment in Surat, and reminiscing about his time there, he talked about the several challenges he encountered. First challenge in Surat was the language barrier, finding it difficult to comprehend the local dialect, which hindered his smooth communication there. Additionally, he also faced issues with the local water, and to tackle that, he had to rely on bottled water throughout his stay in Surat. Despite this obstacle, he showed resilience and adaptability to the new environment. Before I bring Shaurya, I would like to call his speech evaluator, Toastmaster Shrishti, to read out his speech objectives. Toastmaster Shrishti, can we have a quick audio video check? And yeah.
Hi, am I audible and visible?
Cool, over to you.
Toastmaster Shaurya today is attempting his last speech from his path, which is presentation mastery. So he has completed all the other speeches in this path, and now his objective through this speech is to reflect on his path. So the purpose of this project is for the member to reflect on his or her growth during the completion of an entire path, in which case this is presentation mastery. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her growth during the completion of this path. So I will be evaluating this speech not on any specific matters, but on the accomplishment of the criteria and the objective, and also the typical speech objectives, which are clarity, vocal variety, eye contact, gestures, audience awareness, comfort level, and interest. All the best to you, Toastmaster Shaurya, and I'll see you at the end.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shastri. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Toastmaster Shaurya on the stage. Toastmaster Shaurya, let's have a quick audio video check.
Hi, good to go?
Yeah. Toastmaster Shaurya. Toastmaster Shaurya, over to you.
What if I say something wrong? Oh, Miss Anand has written that wrong on the blackboard. Maybe I should correct her. But what if I say something wrong? Shh. Oh, She looks cute. Maybe I should go talk to her. Excuse. Ah, but what if I say something wrong? Shh. Well, Papa looks quite worried that I'm not talking enough these days. Should I tell him about my doubts? But what if I say something wrong? Imagine these 6 words playing on a loop in your head all day long. It was my reality for about 15 young years of my life. From the outside, all you could see was a quiet, obedient boy. On the inside, it felt like tightrope walking. Just one step out of the way and snap! Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, it has taken me 7 long years to reach the final project of the presentation mastery path of my Toastmasters journey. I'm sure it must be some kind of a dubious record at this point. But believe me, the real journey has been much longer. So today, let me finally confess to all of you, the ones who've never seen me and the ones who have seen me but keep wondering, where the hell is this guy? Let me tell you about the horrors, the thrills, and the sheer joy that has been my battle with these 6 words. Chapter 1. If I don't say anything, I can't be wrong. Generally, there are 2 kinds of third-year gentlemen in a college. One, who don't care about grades, who don't take a shower, who don't get to class on time, they just don't care. And the second, the ones who go to the college on the final day of marking, sit in the wrong class and cheat on the wrong exam because they're not sure if the teacher who is standing in front was even teaching them that semester or not. Of course, even I thought I would be in the second category, but there is a very special third category. The fool who develops a crush on the class topper. He joins the gym to help carry her 10,000 models on the jury day. He starts reading Chetan Bhagat to become intellectual. He even visits some weird speaking classes called Toastmasters to shed his image as the quiet guy. Well, look cool, act smart, and talk loud. Do everything but tell her that you like her. The result, one fine day in the near future, you get to meet the simple, quiet-looking guy who she has recently started dating. The guy who fumbles his own name in the introduction to you and trembles as you reach out to give him a handshake. Just another quiet guy who just had the guts to express himself. After all these months of effort, he realizes sometimes not saying anything can be much worse than saying the wrong thing. Chapter 2. If I must speak, I will always be right. What do you get when you ask an introvert to speak about themselves? 7 drafts of the icebreaker speech, 100 hours of memorizing each word, and countless minutes spent worrying about giving the flawless speech. I delivered the speech. Our team mod for that day, Anant, asked for a rousing ovation, and there were congratulations left and right. But what was I thinking of? The one part where I had fumbled during the meeting. Nothing else. First time as a speech evaluator, I had a script for every single word that I would say with just 2 small dashes in between to note down something to say to the speaker. My first time as the table topics master, believe me, I had a reply to every person's speech before they even said a word. I had my shield of perfect scripts, and then my nightmare arrived in the form of Level 4 Project 1, managing a difficult audience. Look at these innocent looking faces on your screen right now. Believe me, they are not innocent at all. That day, they got the permission to turn into the laughing, interrupting monsters that they always want to be. Well, I had to abandon my shield of script and just go all out. I shut Toastmaster Anshuman down. I ignored Toastmaster Anand's opinions and somehow finished the worst speech of my life. That night, I felt like I was standing naked in front of the whole world. Believe me. But the next morning, when I looked at my recordings, I realized it wasn't that bad. In those moments of no script, yes, I said some things that were not so nice, but I felt free. No pressure to say the right words, no rehearsed expressions, nothing. Could it be? Could it be that I was not that bad even when I was not perfect? Could it be that I could do these projects without being right? Chapter 3. I am probably wrong, but here I am. One person. There is that one person in all our lives, the one who is such a constant that we never stop and think about their value in our lives until the time comes for you to separate. For me, that is my sister, Disha. When the time came for her to get married and leave the home, which we had shared for all our lives, I realized there were a lot of things to be said. I put pen to paper. I wrote about all the ketchup fights, the stealing each other's kurkure packets, the kicks, the slaps, the Diwali dances, and everything else I could think of, and put it in a neat package with similes and metaphors and all the works. And then I picked up that paper, rolled it into a ball, and put it in the trash can. After that, all I remember is seeing her on that stage looking like $1,000,000 and telling her everything that just came pouring out of me. After that, I just remember giving her a tight hug as tears ran down our faces. A few weeks later, as we watched that recording, she gave me a playful slap on the head, smiling from ear to ear, and asked me, "कौन सी सस्ती दारू पी के आया था उस दिन? How much did you have to drink that day?" It was a terrible speech. The introduction was too short, the instances were too graphic and lacked context, and by the end, the audience looked like they were watching a terrible adaptation of Hum Saath Saath Hain. But you know what? It just felt right. I said what needed to be said. I said it in the audience where it deserved to be said. And it reached the person that I intended it to. That's all. I have struggled to decipher if that will be called a good speech or a bad one. Well, not anymore. For this project, as I reminisce upon this roller coaster ride, from struggling to get words out of my mouth in class, to stressing for perfection in college, to now recently winging it for a 20-minute presentation in Vigyan Bhavan, I realize what Toastmasters has given me. Even through my fleeting engagements with this club and this organization, it has not just given me structures or scripts or strategies. It has given me the courage to express my feelings directly, whether it be to a teacher or to a partner. It has given me the comfort to express my thoughts quickly, whether it be a professional presentation or a personal argument. It has also given me permission to be imperfect. It has given me the freedom, finally, to be wrong. But hey, enough from me. I'm no expert at this. Let me not try to sound profound at this point. Hell, I've given this club and this community almost nothing in return for all that I've gained from being a part of it. Today just marks a small milestone on my journey with Toastmasters, and I just cherish this opportunity to thank all of you, fellow Toastmasters, this wonderful club, and the Toastmasters organization. Sharing this journey with you has been transformative, to see the least. And I'm beyond excited to see where the next chapter take me. But shh, what if I say something wrong? Well, I am probably be wrong. I am probably gonna be wrong a lot of times. But hey, I'll continue to sing my song. And I would love it if some of you wonderful people would also tag along. Onward and upward, as they say. Over to you, Toastmaster Priyesh.
Thanks a lot, Shah. That was a captivating speech. I probably will not agree that Chetan Bhagat's books are that much intellectual, but your speech was really great, and I'm happy to hear that. So moving on, we have our next speaker. Just a second, I missed one thing. Yeah. So let's give us a minute to give feedback to Toastmaster Shaw. Timer, please show a red card at the end of 1 minute. Okay, thank you, Timer. Moving on, our next speaker is Toastmaster Asmita. Toastmaster Asmita is a chartered accountant from, and her home is in Biratnagar, Nepal. She is also an educator and coaches CA students in Biratnagar. She joined Toastmasters in order to push herself out of her comfort zone. She aims to get better at speaking and able to face public with confidence. Her interests are in books, movies, and series, and the most of all is food. Before I welcome Asmita on stage, I would like to call her evaluator, Toastmaster Utkarsh, to read her speech objectives. Can we put Toastmaster Utkarsh to spotlight, please? Can we put Toastmaster Utkarsh? Yeah. So can we have a quick audio video check, Utkarsh?
Hi, Toastmaster Priyesh. Am I audible? Am I visible?
Yeah, you are audible and visible. Please help read
Thank
the
you.
speech objectives. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My target speaker, Toastmaster Asmita, is attempting level 1 project of engaging humor pathway, which is evaluation and feedback. I suppose this is the second part of her evaluation feedback project. So she has already delivered the speech once, have taken the feedback, and she's now going to incorporate that feedback and present the second part of the speech. This could be in the modified version or a completely different new speech. And the speaker will generally deliver a well-organized speech on any topic. It could be humorous, informational, or any style the speaker chooses. Timer, please note that the timings of the speech will be 5 to 7 minutes. I wish my target speaker, Toastmaster Asmita, all the very best. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day.
Thanks a lot, Utkarsh. So, Asmita, can we have a quick audio video check?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. So, Toastmaster Smita, accidents happen. Toastmaster Smita.
Hello everyone, I'm Toastmaster Sasmita. Have you ever been in a car crash? No? Has a train ever run over you? No? How about a plane? Luckily, no. Did you ever fall from your vehicle? Any of you? Ever? Yeah? Did you ever forget your milk on the stove and then have traumatic flashbacks in the office? Did I just burn my house down? No? Just me? Okay. I know something that all of you have done. Have you stubbed your toe on your bed frame and then jumped like a kangaroo, one-legged kangaroo over to the roof? Why me, God? Why me? Why do I have to go through all this pain? Why me? Accidents. The unexpected things that happen in life, we call them accidents. And somehow over time, accident has gained its reputation in the negative sense of the word. We just take accidents to be something negative. Unexpected things happen to me a lot. I like to push things to the last minute. I do not like to prepare things a lot. And I'm not proud of it. I should change. But 28 years of my life hasn't changed me. So yeah, that's me. Let me take you back to my life in Delhi, some 8 years back. Let's reminisce about the past, those golden years in Delhi. I was 20 when my parents dropped me off to the capital city of India. I had never been away from home. I'm born and brought up here in Viratnagar. I completed my 12th from Viratnagar. And for 1 year or so, I contemplated what do I want to do in life. I reached to no other conclusion. For 1 year, I studied in the capital of Nepal to be a chartered accountant. And in the second year of chartered accountancy, I landed in New Delhi. The very, very crowded, the very, very hot city, which happened to be my home for the next 5 years of my life. So, I am a bit clumsy. Add to that a bit of carelessness and the enthusiasm of the youth. I was a recipe for accidents. Accidents did happen with me a lot. And looking back, could those be avoided? Yeah, sure, those could be avoided. But do I really, if I had to go back and change things, would I really not be part of those accidents? Would I really skip those accidents? Then I wouldn't have any story to tell when I'm 28. Okay, I was 20. I bought my first ever formal attire, a black pant, a blue shirt, and a blazer to go with it. And I boarded a very, very crowded Delhi metro at 9 a.m. That would signify the next 3 years of my life, a very crowded, bustling metro. I was going to my first ever interview as an article assistant to a chartered accountant in Delhi. He stayed in Dwarka. That was some 10 stations away from my station. I lived in a very crowded, very dirty part of New Delhi. That's the Lakshmi Nagar. That is home to a lot of CA students like myself. I got off the metro station and there were the electric rickshaw pullers that we'll call tuk-tuk from now on. The tuk-tuk riders are called bhaiya, tuk-tuk bhaiya. The tuk-tuk bhaiya called, ma'am, Dwarka sector this, ma'am, Dwarka sector that. I boarded a tuk-tuk and gave the tuk-tuk bhaiya an address. And like accidents always happen with me, the tuk-tuk bhaiya took me to a wrong address. Now, what do? I was already late for my interview. I told tuk-tuk bhaiya, this is not my address. The tuk-tuk bhaiya changed his course and took me to a large, big road leading to somewhere, Dwarka sector something. I asked the tuk-tuk bhaiya, can I ride the tuk-tuk? And bhaiya said, yes, madam, chalalo. I did not know how to ride a tuk-tuk. I took the tuk-tuk bhaiya by my side. He did not trust me enough to be on the passenger seat. And I rode the tuk-tuk into the road, the large roads of Noida, Dwarka. And then I crashed the tuk-tuk. Obviously, I did not know where the brake was. And in that moment of carelessness, in that moment of accident, I found myself immensely helpless, drenched, my pant, my shirt, and my blazer all drenched in the water from I don't know where. But that tuk-tuk bhaiya was so insanely kind, and the people around the accident were so insanely kind. They took me to the hospital, they catered for my needs, complete strangers. And they took me back to Lakshminagar to my home in all safety. The people from New Delhi, those were the kindest and sweetest people you could ever find. So in the moment of accidents, in the moment of pain, in the moment of you asking why, God, why, you will find people who are immensely kind to you. God will provide you with those people. God provides you with experiences that will help you grow. And though it might feel like the end of time, yes, accidents happen and it teaches you the rules of life and life goes on. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Asmita. That was a very humorous and wonderful speech. Let us take a minute to write feedback for our speaker. Timer, please show a red card at the end of 1 minute. To also add, Asmita, it was a really great speech. I completely resonate with the topic, and also it also resonates with the theme. I'm also like, when I go to a new city, I live in Gurgaon for around 4 years, and was like very lazy and clumsy with no motivation to change. But happy to learn about the experiences you had in Delhi.
All right. In the meantime, people are writing feedback for Toastmaster Asmita. I would like to inform that Toastmaster Sanjeeva has indeed joined us, and she would now take up the timer duties. I would like to thank Toastmaster Jaspreet for filling in for her. Toastmaster Sanjeeva, you have the co-host access.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Timer. Now, moving on, I'd like to discuss a little bit more about the theme for a brief moment, starting with when you go to a new place, you have to come out of your comfort zone that you have at your home. And for me, when I moved to a completely new country, that would be US, which has a very individualistic society, the major challenge I faced was the healthcare system. When I was just playing some sports in US, and I broke my hand, and to have it plastered there, to have it treated is really difficult, and it's really costly as well. On top of that, like to get an appointment there is like very, very difficult. They will give you appointment for 1 or 2 weeks after that. By that time, most of the bone will be healed. Another experience I can tell you is about my friend. He was living in he has some dental issues, and the cost, and he didn't have a dental insurance. The cost of treating that issue was like way higher than him coming back to India, get it treated, and going back to US. So the healthcare, the accessibility and affordability at that place was too high and too difficult to manage someone who is on a student budget. And these are the moments of unexpected adversity are what that help us truly grow. And it's like a crash course for us to handle impromptu challenge. And that is what the next segment of this session is about, table topics. This section is one of the most dreaded ones for me, and like impromptu speak, but it is also very rewarding if you keep attempting on it. Our table topic master for today is Toastmaster Animesh. He is currently a master student who is about to graduate from Triple IT Hyderabad, and he's a born again Toastmaster for the last 2 months. Recently, he has been offered a position that aligns closely with his dream job in teaching. He firmly believes in celebrating small victories along with the journey while keeping his eyes firmly on the ultimate goal and embracing the plunge as they rise. Also, having called Vadodara home since the age of 5, has moved to Hyderabad for higher education in 2015 presented him with significant challenges. The high standards of living and the rapid pace of the metropolitan life initially intimidated him. Fortunately, his university accommodation provided most of the necessary amenities, smoothing his transition. However, as graduation approaches, he anticipates encountering a fresh set of challenges on the horizon. With this, I welcome Toastmaster Animesh on stage. Let's have a quick audio video check.
Hello, folks. This is your table topics master, Toastmaster Animesh.
Over to you, Toastmaster Animesh. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can we have a huge round of applause for our Toastmaster of the day, please? Thank you. Well, traveling is basic. Traveling definitely is a challenge, isn't it? And staying away from home, even bigger. I think you heard it from Toastmaster Priyesh as well. Toastmaster Priyesh and so many other people in the in this room, in this Zoom room, have had their own challenges to face. Well, as Toastmaster Priyesh said, my journey back in 2015, I was accepted into this college called Triple IT Hyderabad. And let me tell you, the first time I came to Hyderabad, it was basically terrifying. You know, the fast pace, yes, and definitely the higher standards of living. I mean, think about it. This is what people call normal here is what we call elite in Baroda. So moving from a moderately small town to a metropolitan city like Hyderabad is definitely a big move. And I'm sure most of us role players, we are not the only ones with stories like this. I'm sure there are people in the audience with stories like this. So keeping that in mind, let us talk about something a little related to this topic, which is travel, right? So many of us love to travel, at least for a few days. I would like to know so many of your stories about travel. So before we start, remember this is a table topic session. So your timings, so you'll be shown the green card. Jasprit, can you show the green card, please, once?
Sanjita is the
anymore?
new
Yeah.
timer.
Oh, sorry,
Sanjita.
Yeah, sorry, Sanjita, can you show us the green card? Yes. Folks, you see the green card over here, don't you? Well, Green card is what will be shown when you complete 1 minute. When you're 1 minute into your table topic speech. Yellow card when you are 1 minute and 30 seconds into your table topic speech. Change the color, please, to red. And that red, folks, is when you complete 2 minutes into your in your table topic speech. And you'll have, as the red drops in, you'll have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. Right? Traffic lights. All right. Before I go ahead, I hope I am audible. I'm audible enough. Yes?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, Animesh, you can go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam Principal. Folks, my first topic, before I go ahead with the topic, any guest who would like to volunteer themselves? Go ahead. Oh, well, you know what? Let's start with somebody who's experienced. How about? Oh, we have Rohan on. We have Rohan on the queue. Folks, please give a huge round of applause for Rohan.
Hi, Animesh. Am I audible and visible to you?
Yes, you are. Audible, visible, and incredible.
Thank you.
Yikes. Okay. Now before we move, so Rohan, would you believe if I said I had 40 table topics and you have to choose one? And yeah, I have 40 table topics. I want you to choose a number between 1 and 40. How about that? Go
21.
ahead. Nice. 21. Give me a few seconds. See? Cultural difference I was talking about. Okay. Rohan, your question for you. Here's a question for you. What's the most interesting cultural difference you have encountered when moving from one place to another? Rohan, did you get the question? Just a minute. So let me repeat the question again. What's the most interesting cultural difference you have encountered while traveling? Rohan? Did you get it?
Thank you so much, Animesh, for the topic. Can I start?
Rohan, cultural difference, Rohan. Now.
Thank you so much, Animesh, for the beautiful topic. It was 2024 when I have just completed my 12th, and from there my journey for far from home has started. Cultural difference I have seen, like from going to South India and then from coming to North India, there were completely different cultures apart from Maharashtrian guys. What we used to have in Maharashtra, there were completely different cultures. Let it be bountiful dishes, delicious food, and different patterns of cultural events were there. I have just wondered how people express themselves or culturally how they present themselves. In initial days, in my education journey, I was there in Mysore. You may all know that in Mysuru there is grand Dashera festival, which just happens throughout every year. So I just saw that how the Maharajas and people over there celebrates, like rally of elephants goes through them, and then the Kantara dance, folk dance they are doing. It was completely different for me, and it was enjoying, quite thrilling and enjoying too. I would suggest you all to just travel all over India at least to find different cultures, different people, how their feedback against you, and how they live their lives. It will it will teach you a lot of life lessons, how to be in, how to like be beautiful, how to live your life beautifully. Thank you so much, Animesh. I would like to ask what kind of cultural difference uh, you have been expressed while you are been in your journey. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rohan. I have had that. When I shifted from Gujarat to Hyderabad, I have had that. You know, well, let's let's move on to let's move on to our next. Let's move on to the next guest. Whoever wants to take it up next. And this has to be a guest. Wait, I can see Manoj over here. Manoj, would you like to take it up?
I can take it on.
Of course. Thank you so much. Manoj, please choose a number between 1 and 40.
Let me go with the top number 1.
Lovely. All right. Manoj, the topic. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? Manoj.
Good evening, everybody. The traveling gene seems to have been embedded within me with my both coming out of my mother's womb. And I've been traveling different parts of my home state, that is Odisha. My father used to get often posting from one place to another every 1 year or less than that. In fact, it came out in the newspaper once. In 20 years, he got 24 postings. And believe you not, I joined a profession where I am also traveling every 2 to 3 years. I've traveled half of India. 2 months back, I was in the central part of India, Pachmari. Before that, in Chennai. Before that, at Kota. Before that, in Nagaland. Before that, in Manipur. And the list goes on and on. But if I have to say where I'd like to go back to, the place that I would love to go back is the place where I started my journey from. I've seen enough of the world. I'd love to go back to that womb where I got exited from 54 years back. Yes, I'm hankering to go back to my mother's womb. Is that possible? No. 22 years back, she suddenly left me in an accidental death. Okay. But I'm waiting to go back to the Mother Earth's womb. The big mama, my mama, your mama, everybody's mother. So finally, the journey that starts from the biological mother's womb to the universal mother, Mother Earth's womb. So that is the journey I'm waiting to enter into. How exciting that would be. I'm waiting for that day to be a part of those 5 elements that I am made of. I think that will be an exciting journey for me. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manoj, thank you so much, Manoj, for a lovely take on this topic. Definitely, definitely, that's the one place we could never go back to, no matter what. And my sincerest condolences to you as well. Now, I would like to call upon a guest again. Naman,
Yeah,
would you like to try this?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Am I audible and visible?
You are audible. You're not visible, however. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Choose a number between 1 and 40. 1 and 21 are taken.
Okay. 32.
Great. Let's go with 32. Okay. What's the most memorable accommodation you've stayed in? What's the most memorable accommodation you've stayed in? Naman.
Like other than my hometown, no? Or any. Okay. Should I start? Um, in the year 2021, I shifted from my hometown to New Delhi for my further studies, and I like shifted to a PG for my accommodation, and at that time, like I didn't know like how to find a friend or a roommate for my flatmate or something. So so when I got shifted to a PG room, it was the most memorable one, as I got my roommate who was a professor, and he was 51 years old. So so like I for the first time I shared my room with a stranger who was 51 years old, and and that was my very like it was a very good experience with him, because I never thought of any elder to me staying with me for as my roommate. And for first I was very scared, and I was like, I don't want to stay here and all. But after a month and all, like we were friends, like anyone of my age only. And I was very comfortable with him as I was with anyone else. So so my experience with him was very good, and right now I'm staying with my flatmate who's of my age only, and I don't think that can be of same as that was with that roommate who was a professor. So that was my experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naman. Definitely, hostel, definitely my favorite. All right. Oh, we have a hand up. Ashok, would you like to give this a try?
Yeah, I would love. I
Okay.
would love. Okay.
All right. Ashok, audible and visible. Ashok, you're audible as well as visible. Your topic is if you could only visit one continent, which one would you choose and why? If you could only visit one continent, which one would you choose and why?
Could you change the topic? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Could you change the topic, please?
Sure, sure. And Animesh, we can have some other topic for him. No, no
Oh,
worries.
sure. Um, okay. I have so many of these. What's the best way to navigate a new city? Ashok? Wow. Okay. Ashok just went away, it seems.
I guess we lost connection from him.
Yeah, we lost connection from Ashok, it seems.
We can go ahead, Anish. Meanwhile, you can join
Of
in.
course. Let's move to our guest Mani Jain. Hello. Mani, please unmute yourself once. Thank you. Quick audio video check, please.
I hope I am audible and visible.
Yes, you are audible as well as visible. Thank you for the flicker. If you could only bring, Mani, your topic is, if you could only bring one item with you on a trip, what would it be? If you could only bring one item with you on a trip, what would it be? Money.
That would be one thing that I would definitely bring on a trip with me is a paracetamol, because my body is very fragile and I can't easily adjust to any different city, or I'm not my body don't get used to their water, their food very easily. So I get sick very often as the place or the weather switches. So I will definitely take the paracetamol. Also, uh, yeah. And apart from this, I am a homesick body and I really miss my mom when I'm away from her. So I would definitely take any piece of bangle of hers, because whenever I like sleep along with her, I always hold, as a kid, I used to hold her bangle while I used to sleep. So I would carry one bangle whenever I travel to any different part of the world, and because it reminisce that memory as a child. I used to hold her hand because she used to sleep and snore, and I'm not able to sleep. So I used to hold her bangles and go to sleep. That's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, buddy. We actually laughed when you said paracetamol. Believe me. Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, really bad. I had a really bad stomach ache the day I was supposed to leave Delhi. Now this was I think about 17 years ago, I guess. Well, our final speaker is going to be Bala.
No, I think Jaspreet raised her hand before me, so probably you
Fine.
can give to Jaspreet. If it's
Okay,
final,
fine.
it's okay. I will
Okay.
leave it.
It's okay. We can have both the speakers. Let's not be sad today.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right, we can have both of you today. First, Bala. Jaspreet, you'll get a chance later, okay? Fine? Fine with you? Both of you? Okay, fine. Bala, your topic is wait a minute. What's the most interesting festival or event you've attended while traveling? What's the most interesting festival or event you've attended while traveling, Bala?
Amsterdam, Amsterdam, Amsterdam. I really wanted to go to Amsterdam. And as things happened with me in my life, in my professional life, I was given a role as a salesperson in Amsterdam. Now, what's special about Amsterdam? It's a beautiful country. It's known for that connectivity it has across, apart from the canals that they boast of. But over there, if I stand here and have a reminiscence of what happened in the past, there was something called as an orange tea in Amsterdam, where everyone will wear an orange shirt, an orange t-shirt, and you may be actually looking at the city like it's completely orange. That orange tea definitely came. And I also wanted to be as much as an Amsterdam person in me. I went and bought that orange t shirt. I put it on. I got into the bus, completely gelled with people. Everyone was orange. I was among them. It was great. I had a jacket. Now, suddenly, when I was getting down from the bus, the jacket got stuck in the door and it was completely in grease. That black color was there. I couldn't wear that jacket to my client's office. I removed the jacket, and can you believe it? I went in an orange t shirt to my client's office, and even though he was a Dutch person, he was dressed very nicely. Finally, I said, I'm really sorry. about this. And he said, at least you're trying to be Dutch. That was my experience of trying to be with the tradition. What is yours? Back to you, Table Talks Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bala, for a very interesting take on this question. Well, finally, Jasprit, it's your turn. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry for holding you off so long.
Well, all love for the general evaluator who allowed.
Yeah. Thank you so much, General Evaluator. I waited for this. Okay. The last question for the table topic session today. If you could relive any travel experience, which one would you choose? If you could relive any travel experience, which one would you choose? Just
Okay. I mean, instantly I have one memory and I'm reminiscing over that. Even I mentioned it before, there was a time when there was a destination wedding in Haldwani. One of my mami, who is actually my dadi technically, but we call them mami. Her son has a destination wedding, and we all went. And I was 19 or maybe 18, something like that. My aunt bought me a beautiful dress, and even the hair makeup was done by a professional there. Like, it was a really grand wedding and everything was free for me. I had spent nothing and my family was spending and their relatives. It was a really grand wedding, and you won't believe, during the function, when I was ready with the dress, with my hair curled properly and had the most awesome makeup, but I was looking really good and I stayed in the hotel room the entire time taking pictures of me eating the goodies that was there on the table, and I didn't get out. I just showed up for one picture, and the entire time I was away, even though that was my family. And I'm such an introvert. Whenever there was like a big function, I stay away, and I just slept that day, and it's something I wish I can go back. And nowadays I really make an effort. It's not something that I do like in particular, but nowadays I try to mingle with others, at least whenever I'm in a social place. But I wish I can go back to that place and just to stay there in that hall. And I think it was an engagement, not even wedding. So it was very grand, everything was awesome, and I wasted it. I wasted that opportunity. So I really regret staying in the hotel room and sleeping because I was afraid to go out. So that's my take, and I wish I can go back to that time when to Haldwani and change and mingle with my family. Over to you, Animesh.
Thank you
Table topic
so
master.
thank you so much, Toastmaster Jasprit. Thank you so much, all of you speakers, for bringing in your stories and your interesting takes on the various questions that were posed. In the interest of time, I will now hand it over to the Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Priyesh. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Animesh. Thanks a lot for these thought-provoking prompts. Now, just as we gain insights and experiences when we explore new places and spend time away from home, today's session also has provided us with valuable lessons once again. And now I would like to call upon our general evaluator, that is Toastmaster Priyanka, to share her comprehensive feedback. Priyanka, over to you.
Thank you very much. So, you know the drill. I won't ask you any. So you just remember the drill. I'll ask you to do it after my class. Okay. Give me goodbye with that. Just if you don't know, just keep asking the messages to people, whatever drill is about. Fine. Quickly, I'll call the Toastmaster Srishti on the stage, virtual stage, for evaluating Toastmaster, our first speaker. Yeah.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay, so I want everyone to just rise wherever they are, just stand up, turn on your video, and give a clap for Toastmaster Shaurya. Toastmaster Shaurya, congratulations for completing your entire path of presentation mastery. And it is a ritual that we have in Toastmasters that, at least in this club, that when you finish your entire path, we give you or we honor you with a standing ovation. And you have completely deserved this. You have completed all the objectives of the speech today, and you beautifully put together key moments that you had in Toastmasters in the form of chapters that you had. And it was a beautiful, inspiring speech that chronicled your journey of having joined to the point where you completed your presentation mastery path. And I give kudos to you for that. So now I'll start with some positives. I think there were a lot of them, but you had a great refrain, which is, what if I say something wrong? And that's something that kept repeating. And even towards the end, you had a callback where you brought that sentence back together, back again. And by then it had already changed in meaning. And I think that's beautiful. That's commonly used by stand-up comics as well, to just tie their entire set together. And I think you did that really well. You had good vocal variety. You added moments of humor. I wish you had been presenting in a physical audience, because then you would also get the response that people were enjoying that speech. And of course, you had a great intro. So I think these are all the positives that you had. I have only one recommendation for you, and that is about your gestures. And that too, not about how many gestures you incorporated within your speech, but rather how your gestures sort of got dampened by a couple of things that you could have done better. The first was that you had your background blur on. So although Zoom background blur is great because it helps you remove distractions from whatever might be behind you, but in a lot of cases, they actually blur out or they obfuscate your hands and gestures and body language. So in a lot of cases, that was happening. And also the fact that you were seated while you were giving the speech. So I felt that somewhere your body language is also restrained, even though it was natural. It would be a little bit more open and flowing better had you stood up and given the speech. That being said, I congratulate you on the completion of your path, and upwards and onwards, just like you said. Back to you, Toastmaster Headmistress, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Srishti and my dear teacher. So I would like to call Toastmaster Utkarsh for evaluation or Smita.
Thank you, Principal Madam. If you allow me, can I start my evaluation?
Please.
Thank you so much. Let me target my target speaker. Let me spotlight my target speaker. All right. Stumped us with a beautiful insight and perspective, and indeed she did. Toastmaster Asmita, you spoke with such eloquence in class today, and I have heaps of praises for you. So let's get going with the heaps of praises. The beginning was intriguing. You made it relatable. You asked us various questions. Have you had this accident, or various tremendous situations that you gave, and that, which is why we were hooked right from the word go. So kudos to you for that. The relatability factor was very high. The script was extremely simple, extremely personalized, filled with several personal stories, and which is why we were fully engrossed. There were not too much abstract script or a kind of an intellectual script. It was very personalized. So in that sense, we were very, very engrossed. The other thing that I absolutely loved is that you were looking straight into the camera. It was very clear that we were not reading from a script. You sounded very confident, and everything felt like it came straight from the heart. So kudos to you for that. I mean, I absolutely love these aspects. Few issues to point out, Toastmaster Asmita. I don't know what your feedback was earlier, because I haven't got hold of your script or of the evaluation form of your first script, of your first speech. But what I felt like is that although the script was simple, but I felt like the transitions could have been a bit smoother. So when you talked about, you shifted to Delhi, then you suddenly talked about how you are so clumsy. Then you started giving the picture of a bustling, crowded metro. So the connectors were not there. I felt like the transitions were a bit abrupt, and it was very difficult to kind of weave into the whole scenario that you were trying to discuss us, that you were trying to show us. In that sense, I felt like you could smoothen out your transitions and make your script a little bit more flow, in a little more flowy way. In that sense, I think you lagged a bit. I don't know whether it's the accent or not, but I felt like there were some few pronunciation issues. I felt like it was push contemplated, so I felt like few pronunciation issues here and there. Thirdly, I felt like, and this is very important, since your pathway is engaging humor, I felt like that you were very conservative in your speech delivery, because there were several elements in your script which could have, if you would have implemented those punches, we could have had several chuckles, especially the part where you talked about, that you had got hold of that auto wala and you drove it, and the way, if you would have enacted that and gave us a nice punch, we could have had several chuckles. And I'm sure that since your pathway is engaging humor and you have to do a lot of projects which will involve that you have to write a humorous speech, how about you start practicing those punches right away, because they were certainly there in your script. It was mostly the delivery part which didn't come through. Although I'm very well aware this is your third or fourth speech, and you will definitely go higher from here and you will improve for sure. But I felt like this is something that I really wanted to point out, considering your project, considering your pathway. Then I think there were a few timings issues, because in the end you were in a haste to end your thing, the script. I felt like the ending could have been better if you had a little more time. And considering that you delivered the same speech again after receiving feedback, this ideally should have been avoided. You would have timed your speech well in advance and you would have known where to stop. So these are the few things. Toastmaster Asmita, you're very new. You're on your level 1. I'm sure you will go higher and upwards from here. I wish you all the very best. I am so excited for your speaker journey. Thank you so much. Back to you, Headmistress.
Thank you very much. Okay, all right. So quickly, I'll have the feedback for. Okay, before that, do we have the voting for the best evaluator, or should I give my evaluation before? Yeah. So I won't give my evaluation right now, otherwise it will impact the voting. However, we can go with the table topics evaluation. So my dear guests and the speakers today, I have the evaluations for you. Starting with Toastmaster Rohan, our grammarian today. Great speech. One feedback, and with when you're ending your speech with the question to the TT, the table topic master, rather you can end with a speech to the whole audience, because he's not the only one who is listening to you, right? We all are listening to you. Coming to Manoj, really great speech, Manoj. I was too much intrigued when you started speaking, and all of us. Only one suggestion I have, your message was a little confusing to me. When you say you want to go to your home, I got 3 messages. First, you want to go to your mother's home, or at that time, I felt that's a metaphor to go to your home place, hometown. I got confused with that. Second, you told you want to go to your home. If there also, I was a little confused exactly which one you are picking up. Third, you talked about you want to go to Earth's womb. That means in literally that is like that. So now, as an audience, I'm a bit confused. What do you want to give the message to us? If you're picking one, either of the messages, tell us why. If you want to go to Earth's womb or Mother's womb or home, tell us why. It's very important. Coming to Naman. Naman, Naman, great. I think as you are a guest with us, and the attempt was really great, Naman. What you can do is explain your experience. I think we don't have Naman today. He has left. Okay, no problem. You can see the video. So what you can do is you can work on you can explain your experience, which you were trying to tell us, right? So coming to Ashok. Ashok, we lost. He lost a connection. Coming to Mani. Mani, really funny take. Mani, paracetamol. Wow, I could never think of in my dreams also. Amazing, great. Impromptu. This is called impromptu speaking. Wow, I'll give you first prize if I have in my hands. But we have democracy. So, so you took two examples. Funny paracetamol example. You talked about your mother's bangle. Wow. Well, I think you can write speeches about it. You have great, I think, creativity, Mani. So one thing what you can add is conclude. What you want to, let's say, conclude. So either you can combine both the story and give a conclusion, what message you want to give to us. For example, take something which is very close to you in your trip. Like that, this could be an example. Coming to Bala. Bala, I'm really appreciate you that you were speaking while standing and in a general meeting. First of all, wow, great job, Bala. Amazing. Secondly, talked about the orange shirt. Your explanation, your storytelling is really great, Bala. What you can do is, the festival is a little confusing. Which festival? Maybe you might have mentioned, but I got, it was not clear to me which festival you were talking about. First of all, it was not Indian festival, so you have to be a little clear about it or precise about it. So first, and second, what message you wanted to give? Message was missing. Conclude, give us, if you are explaining about festival, you talked about your boss also appreciated, then what? Pick the message. Jaspreet. Hey, Jaspreet. Thank you for coming to our meeting. Okay, so you talked about a travel experience. You went to the wedding, you went to that family trip. Yeah, first of all, no Hindi words. If you're using Hindi word, you have to replace with the English, corresponding English words. You do use mommy or something. And secondly, conclusion was missing, Jaspreet. I think you lost your time by explaining while explaining the speech. The examples. However, make sure that by the time you see the first card, you start thinking of conclusion in your mind. So that by the time you reach yellow card, you start concluding. This could be one of the way. Coming to my dear evaluators, Srishti and Utkarsh. So Srishti, really great suggestions. The suggestion you gave on the body language, on the gestures, wow. And one more thing I have written, I forgot. Yeah, first of all, standing ovation. I may have skipped that, but you did not. As an evaluator, you did a great job. You knew that what you are evaluating. Yes, you respect your speaker. That there you showed. Only one feedback. Try to give feedback on the content also. So he had a lot of things on transitions. He was missing transition in just 10 minutes speech. So somewhere I also was lost in the speech. There you can think of giving some of the evaluation content. Okay. Now Utkarsh. Utkarsh, I am so proud of you. You're improving as an evaluator. Really, really great. Yeah. The examples you were giving, you explaining, in the recommendations you were giving examples. I love them. One in the commendation, you talked about what she did good at. However, examples were missing in the commendation. Commendation, when say what is positive things. So in the recommendation, you talked about examples. However, one thing was missing. That was impact. When you say you could have done this, what impact it will make? If she makes transitions, or if she makes funny examples, what impact? Also you didn't give example for funny where she could do funny examples. You told there's so many places, but where? Pick one. And also tell us impact. So 3 things as an evaluator: what it is, why it is, and what impact it can make. So these 3 major things. So time is running out, and I'll start with my major evaluation of this whole meeting. I enjoyed the meeting, I'll say. And firstly, starting with the SA, you got up to the point. Everything was perfect. You started on time. Everything, all the rules, everything was there. However, since so many meetings, I could see that the SA is coming is with the same template. It's like parrot were coming and speaking the same lines. How about we do something different? Keeping the rules in line. Even we're telling the rules, but doing something different, because that is a starting of the meeting. It should not look like it's a news reading, right? Secondly, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Priyesh. Sorry, before that, our presiding officer, Toastmaster Srishti. Toastmaster Srishti, as a presiding officer, I think you often don't take this role, but you're doing a great job. please do take this role. Talk to guests the way you are doing. Great. You can do. You can think of taking this role quite often, and give it Utkarsh a little relaxing time as president. So keep doing that. Coming to Toastmaster Priyesh. Priyesh, great. First of all, you're starting in the starting itself. You started your theme, and you started with the interactive session. Like you started talking to the audience, and even you invited Srishti to talk about something. That was great. That was really great. I think as a Toastmaster of a day, you have to make the audience interactive. A few suggestions for you. Energy. Where is the energy, Priyesh? What did you eat today? What happened? You have to bring the energy on the stage because you are the host. Second, wrap up. When I say wrap up, there are few things you have to do. First of all, when you wrap up the introduction of this, while giving the introduction of the speaker, you have to wrap. You need not to tell everything. Like when you gave my introduction, you talk everything. Not needed. Tell one line. Enough. For example, I gave the for example, Anshuman. I gave interviews. I hired him from Google. Enough. Why to tell everything about them? Let people will come to our meetings next time, and they'll come to know us well more, right? They need to do some homework. Don't tell everything in one go. And you have to wrap up. Okay, again, when one thing is when you call the speaker from the audience or do interactive session, they speak a lot sometimes. Sorry, Srishti, but sometimes they speak a lot. You have to interrupt and wrap up because the speaker is eating your time. That is your stage. Do interaction cleverly. Okay. And I give a great kudos to you for handling the time. Since you know that the time we are lacking the time, we're running out of time, and you wrapped up everything and you brought me in as a general evaluator. That's really great. So good job there in time management. Those are Priyesh. Coming to Animesh. Hey, Animesh, how are you? From Hyderabad. Animesh, great job. Interesting topics. I have few suggestions for you. So what you did, at least I'll say, when you were in the stage, you at least made the audience active. We were active. We knew what is going on. So that's great job there. So if your suggestions, when you come to the stage, you need not to tell you need to take so much time in explaining the role or telling another story. There you're eating your own time. So we need more speaker, a table topic speaker, right? So let's wrap up theme or theme of the Toastmaster table topics in 30 seconds. Just wrap in 30 seconds and start the session. No time waste. No need to show the green or red cards because we already explained that in the general evaluation introduction. One feedback I had from the previous meetings for you. Why do you hold your mic? Your mic is audible to us. You need not to hold a receiver or mic, whatever it is. Try to speak something, I think.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, see, it is audible to us.
Okay, fine. Good.
Yeah, no need to hold. Also, no need to try to keep the speech, the topics as precise, as concise as possible, because sometimes guests could not get the whole sentence in one go. We are losing our attention by watching Instagram every day. So please deal with us. So I think more or less I have this much for table topic master. We can discuss later if you have some other questions. Coming to our tag team. I would like to call my dear timer. We have two timers today. Have we Toastmaster Sanjida and Toastmaster?
Yeah, that would be me. Yeah.
Sanjida, do you have the whole report from the
Yeah, I do.
Oh, Sanjida, is your video? Could you able to on the video?
Is it okay if I turn it on from the next meeting?
Yeah, no worries. Carry on.
Okay. So hello everyone, I'm Sanjida and I'll be sharing the timers report for today. For Pipet's speeches segment, Toastmaster Soria took 11 minutes 30 seconds, exceeding the time limit by 4 minutes. Toastmaster Ashmita took 7 minutes 31 seconds, exceeding the time limit by 1 second. In table topic segment, everyone was within the time limit. So Toastmaster Rohan took 2 minutes 11 seconds, Manoj took 2 minutes 9 seconds, Naman took 1 minute 33 seconds, Mani took 1 minute 23 seconds, Bala took 2 minutes 19 seconds, Jaspreet took 2 minutes 16 seconds. Moving on to speech evaluators, sorry. Toastmasters Shrishti took 3 minutes 7 seconds, Utkarsh took 3 minutes 18 seconds. That's all. Over to you, General Evaluator Priyanka.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sanjida. Quite a precise report for the first time. Yeah, thank you very much, and big props to you. Good job, Sanjida. So only one feedback. How about you? So whenever somebody is, you can appreciate a particular speaker. Everybody can see the screen. You need to read everybody. You can pick people, somebody who has done good job, who are within the time. You can just tell the speakers these are the within the time, and tell this person has exceeded the time. So you can just, for example, I have exceeded time. You can just tell, hey, sorry, Toastmaster speech was 10 to 15. He is not disqualified. Okay, and no worries. Yeah, okay, fine. So Sanjita, you can keep that in mind. Coming to our next evaluator, Toastmaster Anshuman. Could we have your report?
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Priyanka.
You are on mute, Anshuman.
Can you hear me now? I'm scared so much that I went into space to present this report so that I don't get a beating from you. But even if I do, I will have the courage to prepare the report. I had a pretty light day today because we had pretty fantastic role players with minimum R counters, experts like Utkarsh, Shrishti, Jaspreet. We had Sanjida, Asmita, with minimal basically the filler words or the crutch words. So excellent work, all the professional speakers that we have. Coming to the guests we had today and the table topic speakers, Rohan, 2 hours, 3 ums. You can focus on just closing your mouth and not letting those filler words come through. Manoj, almost flawless, just 1 hour. Naman, great job, 1 hour, 2 Ashok, 2 hour, 1 awkward pause, 1 Mani, 1 hour, 3 ums, 1 Bala, 1 1 Jaspreet, as I already shared, quite flawless. Overall, pretty easy day for me. Please keep it easy for the R counters. And over to you, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Anshuman. Great job. Coming to, I'd like to call Toastmaster Grammarian Tohan on the stage, please.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. Thank you so much, General Evaluator Priyanka. It was such a pleasure listening to you, everyone, today. I have made note of all good vocabularies and grammar usages used by the speakers, role players, and in table topic sessions. So I would like to share my report. If please allow me to share my screen. Yeah, I can share it now. I hope you all can see my screen. Yeah. So word of the day was reminiscence for today, which means indulge in enjoyable collection of past events. Usages of word has been done by Shaurya, Mani, Utkarsh, and Jaspreet. Please remind me if I missed out anyone. Then, firstly, the words which I liked used by Shaurya, profound, which means of states, quality, or emotions, very great or intense. Then Manoj used hankering. Hankering means a strong wish, and then Some improper used I have seen in today's meeting, which is kurkure packets, which should be snack packets. Tuk tuk bhaiya should be like auto driver. Some dadi, mami, some relatives' name has been used, which should be announced like proper in English sentence. Then ud jao sab should be like get up. So I would like to encourage all like to use proper words in meetings. In all, very well done, guys. We had a very fruitful session today. Congratulations, and over to you, General Evaluator, Madam Priyanka.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rohan. Now I have few suggestions for Toastmaster Anshuman and Rohan. Anshuman, your report was very precise, very concise, very in a like 40 seconds you wrapped up. If you have time, just end up your sentence or end up our counter evaluation with a suggestion to the audience. Like if somebody, you can, how to avoid a filler words, for example. That will give a kind of key away or takeaway message for a home. So that's how you can wrap up your speech. Secondly, coming to Toastmaster Rohan for a grammar report. So Rohan, you noted very well everything. One suggestion I have, try to take the screen sharing access beforehand so that you'll save time. Secondly, one suggestion I have, when you say auto rider, that's the point you have picked up. The speaker, when the speaker use any Hindi or any other language word and also translates immediately in English, so that is okay to use in a speech. You need not to. That's not wrong in a speech. All right. So this is what I have for my auxiliary role players. So with that, I think I am almost done, and I'd like to hand over the virtual stage to the presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Anshuman. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I would like to hand over Toastmaster Priyesh.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot for such an amazing feedback, Priyanka. It is one of the best feedbacks I've seen, particularly acting like a principal. So that was really well done. Then I'll just conclude with saying that we all have to navigate through uncharted waters in our life, being far away from home. And these are the challenges that presents us the opportunity to grow and for self-discovery and all the learnings we had. I liked everything people shared in the table topics where they traveled, and particularly how Toastmaster Ashmita had experience being in Delhi. With all those short shares, I would like to I'll take your leave and hand it over to Presiding Officer Toastmaster Shrishti. Thank you.
All right, Alas, you have to bear with me because Toastmaster Shrishti is a bit occupied. So I'm back, happy or not. Thank you so much. Toastmaster, can we firstly have a huge round of applause for the debutant? This is his first Toastmaster of the day, and he did a fabulous job. It's not an easy task to be the host of the meeting, especially if it's your first one. And I think he did a fabulous job. So very well done, Priyesh. I'm so proud of you, and onwards and upwards from here. And secondly, let's not stop those applause flowing. I want to give a huge round of applause to our showstopper of the meeting, our general evaluator, headmistress, Toastmaster Priyanka, for giving us a comprehensive performance. Not only was she spot on with the feedback, the acting, the performance. I mean, we loved all throughout the way she did it. So, I mean, stupendous. Can we have a huge round of applause for her? Nothing short of greatness here. This show, I mean, all of the theater work that you have done clearly showed today. You were so good, so good. Thank you so much. And most importantly, apart from all the chuckles and the acting that you did, I love the fact that you're a very experienced Toastmaster. You've participated in various contests, and all those words of wisdom that you imparted and made us aware of small minute details, be the counter report or the grammarian talking about that it's fine to speak Hindi if you can auto translate it. Like small things. These help us novice speakers to become better, to grow. And for that, huge thank you and a huge gratitude on behalf of everyone. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priyanka. All right. As part of being the presiding officer, it's my duty to launch some polls. I apologize. There's some polls pending, especially very important, which is for the prepared speaker. This should have been done earlier as well. All right, so let's do it now. I request everyone to cast their votes. You have 10 to 15 seconds for the same. And in the meantime, while you're casting your votes, I'm going to do the same drill, take some feedbacks from our valuable guests. How about I start with Manoj? Hi, Manoj.
Hi, everybody. I think I attended your meeting for the first time, but it's quite a good experience because the quality of the speeches, quality of the evaluation, then the G evaluating the table topic speakers, that's great. I think that's a great takeaway from me. Thank you.
Considering that you are an experienced Toastmaster and all the heaps of praises that you give, that was very kind of you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manoj. And we are so thrilled to grace us with your presence today. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manoj. All right. Let me take feedback from the very cute and bubbly Money. Hi, Money.
Hello.
I love your creativity. You always come up with something very, very new and raw, which has not been seen. And I love how you attempt your table topics. I'm already a fan, by the way. And I think this is your second meeting with us. So tell us how it has been your experience so far.
I've only attended the 2 meetings, but I have definitely learned a lot, and I have started observing things. Whenever somebody is speaking something, I note down the words, their expressions, their way of delivering. So now I've become more attentive and a good observer, I would say.
Wow, that's some skill to learn, and I'm so happy that you're learning it through. And I'm sure there are several experienced Toastmaster and speakers here, so much to learn, and I'm so glad that you're having a fruitful time here. Thank you so much, Mani, and I urge you to come more often. Enjoy every Thursday evening with us. All right, thank you so much. We also have Bala with us. Hi, Bala. Is it possible for you to unmute? All right. I guess there's some lag or some network issues. Guest Naman has also joined us. Hi, Naman. Right time to enter. Is it possible for you to unmute?
Yeah.
Hi, Naman. Loved your table topic. You attempted it really well. And I guess this is also your second meeting with us. And tell us about your experience today.
I really enjoyed the meeting, and another time, this is the second time I joined the meeting, and I really enjoyed. And the experience, as earlier, I found it very interesting and very motivating.
Wow. I know you personally, you're from Agra, and the growth that you are showing, I mean, I'm so impressed. Honestly, I underestimated, and the way you have performed in those 2 meetings, I'm super impressed and so excited for your journey if you move forward as a speaker or as a Toastmaster. Thank you so much, Naman. This is the final poll that's up. This is for the best role play. I request everyone to cast their votes. You have 5 seconds more for it. I'm going to take one last feedback from someone who has joined us all the way from Nepal and gave a spectacular speech today, Toastmaster Asmita. I request you to please unmute and share us how was the experience today and any kind of valuable feedback or recommendations that you would like to give us. Toastmaster Asmita.
It was a wonderful session. I enjoyed it through and through. Our club in Viratnagar is quite small and we're all new, so it was nice being around new people. And I got a very, very good evaluation from Toastmaster Utkarsh. Thank you so much for that. I'm really, really grateful. I really enjoyed our general evaluator, Madam Priyanka Mishra's performance for the day. I also am quite intrigued by our TMOE, who did an astounding job today, and the presiding officer, of course. So you guys really inspired me. I'm inspired by this session. For me, Toastmasters was something I did in my free time. But now I'd like to take it a bit more seriously. Thank you for this, for having me in your group.
Wow, these are such kind words. Thank you so much. We feel absolute static hearing such sweet words from you. And let me tell you, Biratnagar has no dearth of eloquence. People from Biratnagar Toastmaster Club have also graced us in the past, and they have always been very spectacular when it comes to their speeches, and you were no exception. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Asmita. All right, that wraps up with the guests' feedback. It's already 9. I'm just going to wrap it up in 2 minutes. We are not going to go over time. Let's start with the results of the polls. I'm going to start with the best auxiliary role player, and we have a unanimous winner, and the winner is our counter, Toastmaster Anshuman. Can we have a huge round of applause for him? Congratulations, Toastmaster Anshuman. We do not have the time for acceptance speeches. Just accept your award. All right. Next up is for the best speech evaluator. All right, let's start with best prepared speaker first. The best prepared speaker, it was a tough fight, but the winner is speaker number 1, Toastmaster Shaurya. On his reflection of his path as a Toastmaster, it was very well done. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shaurya, and congratulations. Moving on to the best speech evaluator. All right, I'm a bit shell-shocked. The fight was between Toastmaster Srishti and myself, and the winner is speech evaluator number 2, yours truly. Can we have a huge round of applause? I'm totally humbled by this. I never expected. All right, but thank you nonetheless. All right, coming to the best table topic speaker. All right, it was a tough fight between Mani, Bala, Manoj, but the winner is Manoj. Can we have a huge round of applause for him? And last up, the big one for the main role player. The fight was between TMOD Priyesh, GE Priyanka, and TTM Animesh. And although the debutant gave a good fight to our headmistress, but the winner is, of course, the showstopper of our meeting today, Toastmaster Priyanka. Can we have a huge round of applause for her? Very well deserved. Thank you so much. And so proud of everyone. We had a wonderful meeting, and this concludes the formal part of our